Hey folks, welcome to another video. I'm Matt from Coyote Creek Archery, and I want to start a series of videos talking about a line of bows that I carry in my store from Bowtech and Diamond. I'm an authorized dealer for Bowtech and Diamond Archery, and very proud to be carrying them in my store. They offer great products, and I want to start out my videos talking about my own personal bow. My personal bow and the bow that I hunted with this past season is a Bowtech Solution. Some of the specs on this bow is it's a 32-inch axle to axle bow. Brace height on this bow is 6 inches. It comes in peak draw weights of 50, 60, and 70 pounds. It has adjustability in the cams to adjust your draw length from 25 inches up to 30 inches. The IBO rated speed on this bow is 346 feet per second, and the physical weight of this bow is 4.3 pounds. Now, the great thing about Bowtech bows is there's a lot of technology built into these bows, and I think the best place to start with that is up here at the cams. And if I can show you here in the video, Bowtech uses what's called a Deadlock Cam System. If you see those two set screws there, right on this red part, what that does is allows you to fine-tune and adjust your bow by moving these cams left to right. You would loosen up a set screw, and then you would move a separate set screw side, rotate that so that it's going to move this cam side to side. So essentially all that I have to do is set up the center shot of my rest, and then when I start shooting through paper and start tuning this bow, all I have to do is use that Deadlock Cam System to move those cams side to side, lock it in once I've got things set where I want them, and you're good to go. A lot of the other bow manufacturers use a shim system or a spacer system, little plastic washers or top hats and those types of things. And it works fine, but it's a little bit more cumbersome, and a lot of those systems require you to actually physically remove the cams, put those spacers in, put them back in, take your shot. If something's not right, you got to take that cam back off, and it's just a kind of a tedious process. The Deadlock Cam System is hands down the easiest and simplest way to tune your bow. Staying up here with the cams, we have the flip disc modules, and the great thing about those, one, it does provide for a lot of adjustability and draw lengths, but it basically gives you two bows in one. One side of the flip disc is set up for a comfort mode, so it gives you a more smoother, more comfortable draw. The other side, you can flip it over and you have performance setting, so it gives you more speed. About 8 to 10 feet per second is what you're going to gain. It's going to be a little bit more harsh or a little bit more aggressive in the draw cycle. So if you're looking for more speed, you're going to have to give up a little bit of comfort in that. All bows are built that way, but the comfort setting on this is what I'm currently shooting, and it's very smooth and very easy to draw. Even on those cold mornings, maybe it's 10-15 degrees and you're out hunting, I still have no trouble drawing this bow back. Moving on down, we have the Deadlock limb pocket, and what that does is there is a set screw here that you have to loosen before you adjust your draw weight. Once you've got your draw weight set, you go ahead and lock that back down, and then you have that limb pocket locked in place for a dead solid setup there in your limbs. Flex guard on the cable roller. I know it's hard to see because I've got a lot of accessories set up on here, but basically the cable rollers are going to flex when you draw, trying to take some of the torque out of the shot. We have a clutch grip system. I really love the grip system on here. It's thin, it's a little bit more of a square grip, really eliminates a lot of torque, and you can purchase separate back straps depending on if you like a higher grip or a lower grip. I've been using the stock grip, and I've been very happy with that. Really like the Bowtech grip. It's just a little bit thinner, and it takes a lot of torque out of the shot. Of course, you've got a string stop, and then you also have these orbital dampeners down here. They add a little bit of weight to the bow, but they take out a lot of noise and vibration, and that's been a great feature. If you look at this side here, we've got double burger holes. Allows you to set your rest up perfectly straight, and just a lot of great technology in these bows, and all of their flagship line is going to have these options on their bows. So personally, I'm not a very large person. I'm about 5'10", about 160 pounds. And so I have a 28-inch draw, and I'm shooting 60 pounds on this bow. So I'm not getting anywhere near the IBO speeds, but I'm not really looking to do that. Even though this solution is set up as a speed bow, it's very smooth to draw and very comfortable to shoot. Very quiet, very dead in the hand. Some of the accessories that I'm using is, we'll start at the rest. I am shooting a ripcord drive cage rest. It is a drop away rest, and it is a micro adjust limb driven rest. See if I can get that up there to the camera for you. Micro adjust limb driven rest. Been very pleased with this. I like the micro adjustability of it, where I can get it dialed in and set exactly where I want it with just a few clicks of a dial. And I really like the limb driven rests. I just feel like it's a little bit more consistent. It does give you an extra cable here that comes down to your limb. I've never had any problems with that getting in the way, but some people are concerned about that. You can also tie this into your top limb if that's something that you're looking to do. The sight that I'm using is a black gold Ascent Mountain Light. It's designed as a lighter weight rest. It comes in a 3-pin and a 5-pin option, and I'm using the 3-pin option. I've got a little bit older eyes, and I like to have a little bit more of a clearer sight picture, so I'm only using those 3 pins. The pins on the black gold sights are very bright and easy to adjust. These just use an Allen key and slide up and down. It's not a micro adjust, but once I've got it set, I really don't have to worry about it. It is a dial sight or a sliding sight where I do have some adjustability. I don't have a sight tape in here yet, but this sight does come with a set of sight tapes. You've got a lot of options depending on the speed of your arrow. And I do have a dual pin system on here as well, which I really like. The dual pins allow you to set one of your markers for your top pin, and I've got another marker here for my bottom pin. So let's say my top pin is set at 20 yards, maybe my bottom pin is set at 40 yards, and then I can use both of those dial indicators. If you can see those on there, those 2 red markers, I can use both of those for when I'm dialing, give me a little bit quicker access to my target and taking a little bit quicker shot if I need to. The black gold sights, the great thing about them is they're all made in the United States, and they come with an unconditional lifetime warranty. So if you ever damage it, you ever break it, lose something on it, get a hold of their customer service and they'll take care of you. For my quiver, I'm using a Tight Spot 5-arrow quiver. Tight Spot makes the best quivers. I've been using them for a lot of years on my bows, and there's just so much adjustability into these, where you can see I've got this angled back just a little bit to get it out of the way of my rest. I'm able to slide it up a little bit higher to get my fletching and my knock into my arrows out of the dirt. I can bring it in or out, move it closer to the bow if I need to. And then I've also got adjustment here for my arrows to set how tight I want my arrows to be retained into my quiver, which I'm very pleased with that as well. For my stabilizer, I'm using a 10-inch Bee Stinger micro hex stabilizer on a 30-degree quick release or quick disconnect mount. And what that does is, you can see it puts my stabilizer at a little bit of an angle, sets it a little bit lower so that I've got a little bit that weight a little bit in the lower center of gravity. And the quick disconnect is nice because if you do any traveling or if you've got a bow case, this will simply release and pop right off of there, and I can take it off, put it in my bow case or whatever I'm doing for traveling, and it's just a great little option to have on the front of your bow. For a release, I'm simply using a Shark Jaws release. It kind of has a hybrid design in the jaws, and it has a spring action to it. Nothing real crazy, but I've been very happy with this. I've shot a lot of different types of releases. I've shot thumb button releases, and I've hunted with just a wrist strap index finger release for a lot of years. I tried to hunt with a thumb button this year, and I struggled with some consistency, and I also struggled with knowing where my release was. I do a lot of spot and stock and decoying, and I'm on the move a lot when I'm hunting, and I didn't like having that handheld release, putting it down somewhere and then moving and then running the risk of losing my release. So that's why I stay with a wrist release. It's always here with me, and I've shot great with it. For arrows, I'm using a Gold Tip Kinetic Chaos. This is a 340 spine. Been very pleased with these. These are a micro diameter arrow. It's a 204 on the inside diameter. It's a little bit heavier on the grains per inch. These are 9.9 grains per inch, so it's a little bit heavier arrow. I've run a 125 grained field point or broadhead, and on the back end I'm running AE Max Stealth vanes, and been very happy with this setup. For broadheads, I've shot Magnus broadheads for years and been very happy with those. I really like the fact that they are made here in Kansas and they've got the lifetime warranty and they just make a great product. So Magnus Stingers is typically what I've shot, but they've got several other options and I'm looking into trying those out for this next year. I'm going to take a few shots with this bow for you just so you can see the draw cycle for yourself. Now typically I would do this outside, but I am in Kansas and today is cold and windy and wouldn't be very productive, so I'm going to take the shots here in my shop. I've only got about 3 or 4 yards to my target. This is typically where I would paper tune and shoot through the chronograph, but at least you can get an idea for how well this bow is on the draw cycle. So again, I'm a 28-inch draw and 60 pounds. Very smooth, very balanced. You know, the bow balances very well. And the back wall, let me let up here. The back wall on this bow is very solid. It does use cable stops. There's not limb stops on this bow. It does use cable stops, so there's just a slight bit of give, but it's very, very solid in the back wall, which is pretty impressive for a cable stop bow. So I'll draw this again. Make sure I'm in the camera. Okay, again, very smooth, very balanced. Very dead in the hand. Now I do have accessories and a stabilizer and whatnot on here, but it is very dead in the hand. I don't notice any vibration on the shot at all. Shoot one more for you. Okay. There is a little bit of a higher let off on these bows. I believe it's about 80 to 85%, but it does allow me to hold at full draw for a long time. You know, in a hunting situation, if I've got a deer that's behind a tree or needs to get into an opening for me, you know, I can hold on it quite a while and wait for that deer to get to that point where I can take that shot. So Solution is available to order, so if that's something you're interested in, come in and check them out. I've got several other Bowtech options as well. All the accessories that I discussed I have here in stock in the store, and if I don't, it's something I can get for you pretty easily and quickly. So come check them out. Visit me online, coyotecreekarchery.com, and thanks for watching.